Hello, and welcome to the Seeking Heaven channel. I'm your host and spiritual teacher, Tamara Caulder Richardson, and I'm a six-time near-death experiencer as well as a multiple spiritually transformative experiencer of many type of experiences, and also an international medium and Christ channeler. So welcome. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, tell your friends, watch past episodes, make comments, and join me and my membership. If you want to support the channel, you can join in the membership. And also, I do want to mention we are sponsored by my academy, and that is the Academy of Divine Wisdom. And sign up for the newsletter. You'll get a 30-minute Christ-like meditation. There'll be events and courses that are happening that you can be a part of. And even the ones that are in the past, you can still watch the replays. Amazing information. And if you are interested in a reading, a personal private reading, then you can also find that at southernbellmedium.com. And you can see where you can book your own private session with me. And I read people all over the world via Zoom. And then you can get a copy of the recording. That is, if spirit doesn't interfere with that. Usually it's fine. So look, welcome. Today we're here to talk about it's Wisdom Wednesday. So we're here to have a new topic, and that topic is, what are the 5 ways to join forces with other superheroes? And so I'm going to go through that today, and we're going to go over the different types of things that you can do to take your abilities, whether you're a starseed or wanderer or a truth seeker, a starseed, whatever that you identify with as being on this planet at this time, helping humanity. There are others like you, and some of them have similar abilities. Some of them have very different abilities. Some may be Reiki healers. Some may be intuitives, empaths, whatever it may be that you identify with. There are others that can complement your ability. So today I'm here to talk about that. Now, I do want to mention that if you haven't seen the 7 steps to become a superhero, it's very important, like how you can really hone in and own your own abilities. Watch that. It's filled with really good information. And then at the end, you can even photograph, if you want, the list of the different items. So look at 7 steps to become a spiritual superhero. That's below, as well as what are your 9 superhero superpowers. So that's before this. This is not mandatory you watch it beforehand, but I would recommend watching those short Wisdom Wednesday lessons. So I want to get into about what are the 5 ways to join forces with those superheroes, but I want to identify what is a superhero. And so a superhero, and then we'll get into superpowers. A superhero would be a role model for others on their spiritual journey. And that's how I'm defining it anyway. So we'll just go with that. So should I say a spiritual superhero? And that person, most heroes, if you really look at, you look at movies, you look at, we'll stick with movies or superhero movies. It's many times the hero is the underdog. They're the one that sees things before they happen. They're the one that has the extra senses where they're able to interpret a situation more rapidly than most people that are unwilling to look at it. They are the spiritual, sometimes outcasts, sometimes rebels, but they're the ones that help create a utopia in a better way. And I would consider many times that these seers, these empaths, these healers that look at things differently. And they may be authors, they may be musicians, whoever that would identify in this area. Many times is the underdog because you're ahead of the game. You're first. You're a pioneer, and so that to me is the superhero. It's usually the underdog, and I'm speaking to you. and many times they're not appreciated by their own, surroundings or family or whatever it may be, but you know that you're different. So welcome to my family, because I understand you, and many of us that are part of this soul community do too. So I want to talk about that. Now, with your superpower abilities, again, that could be the gift of encouragement. to others. It could be a person that simplifies solutions to make it easy for people to understand and accomplish things. Teachers, that's what they're called. People that guide people in directions. Doesn't have to be super abilities necessarily, as we think of like the clairvoyance or clairgustance or any of these clairs. It could be other things as well. Healers. It could be people that heal with essential oils or heal with energy, frequency, tuning forks. Who knows? But these are all the people that we need in this world. It really takes all of us. So, one of the reasons I created this is because I'm seeing more than ever other star seeds, light workers, etc., coming together. And if you recall a few years ago, let's just go 10 years back, you did not see this. Mainly light workers, they were lone wolves. Uh, and that's how it was. But now we see this great convergence, this love revolution, and that this is where we are. And we're seeing that we need each other, and we're helping others on this planet to come to a space of neutrality and love, and not one of duality, of good, evil. Let's pick a fight with one another, but more of a place to love each other, just as Christ said, to love your neighbor. And so, in order to do that, we are joining forces with one another. So I want to extend this to you to think about it. Your brothers and sisters that are light workers and star seeds are not your enemy. That is the old way of thinking in a world of duality. They are your family. And they are so much like you. We do need each other, and it makes things easier. And I want to go into a little discussion about that. So the first one, with the 5 ways to join forces with other superheroes, which means with their superpowers, right? You're combining it. And the first one I call reach to the stars. And that's where you would, first of all, find other star seeds around the world. Now, how would that be? Thank goodness we're in a time and place with technology. You can do it through social media, and you can do it in your community, your local community, spiritual community. Quite honestly, if you're meant to find someone, you'll meet them in the grocery store. So it doesn't really matter. But it could be an interest-based group. It could be something that's not even related to your spiritual things, and then you meet someone and start talking and you find them that way. Could be charity circles. But I find globally the best way that I've met people is through social media. And sometimes what I'll do, having this channel and so forth, I'll get referrals sometimes, and I don't want and I just want you to think of yourself, like how you meet people, how you interact, because a lot of that's changed, right, over the past few years, like 3 years in particular. So I want you to really think about that. But for me, as far as using my abilities, I literally have people reach out to me all over the world. I've done readings in Germany, Spain, Argentina, New Zealand, Australia, Mexico, really Estonia, all over the place. And I realize more than ever, and I have guests on the Seeking Heaven channel from all over the world. And what I find, there are people that I connect to around the world that I care very deeply for, and that we very quickly have built relationships innocently, just, hey, how's it going? Whether it's for a reading or whether it's some type of networking or being a guest on this channel. And it's amazing how fast that you can really get to know someone in their heart. It doesn't take very long. So I encourage you to do that. And through social media, there's nothing wrong. If you're in a certain platform, whether it be, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever your thing is that you do, and to be able to say, hey, and reach out to someone. And most people are very nice. So I would encourage you for that. Number 2, find out where your superhero abilities shine. So really get real with yourself. And I would get really as in depth as you can, because it's to your best interest. And then by you finding out, really identifying where you shine and where your gifts are, and write them down, make a list, really, meditate on that and really think about that. And some of the things that come up may be not what you thought, but may be more than you thought. And then once you do that, then you can really identify, look at helping others with those abilities. For example, some of you are very empathic, that when you meet someone, they're sad, they're happy, or you just know, I can't trust them. Maybe you realize they have some other kind of an intention, and they just know. For example, my husband, he just has a really good judge of character. He's always been like that. He just knows right off. And, maybe weeks or months later, and I'm like, he was right. He's very good at this. Some people have a natural ability. That is a natural ability. A natural ability is people are peacemakers, and they'll walk into a room and the room will calm down. That they didn't really do anything. It's their presence alone. It gives this sense of peace when you're around that person. It's their energy. Some people are the other way. When their energy, when they enter a room, it goes very high vibration. I do that when I'm at parties or when I go anywhere. I'll like walk in the room and it just elevates. Everybody's like, hey. And so that's something I do, which is really good for like stage work and stuff, because I really kind of bring it, on there. But I know that about myself. I always felt that. And then when that happened, when I was able to use that and manifest that, it is that way. So you have to look and see what it is. Some people are natural encouragers. Some people, you can heal remotely. So what is it that you find that where you really shine? Write down those abilities. Are you creative, or are you intuitive? Are you good with music? Are you good with explaining concepts to people? What is it that you find that your strengths? And I want you to do another column that I want you to find out what your limitations are. I mean, say limitations. We have no limitations, really. We don't. But what you might need to work on a little bit more. And that might be some people. I'll give you an example. They're not really that great at picking out people that are a lot of light workers. They're just really sweet, and they just can't see a narcissist in someone, or they can't see someone who's covert hostile. They cannot pick out a jerk. And why is that important? Is there a person? Is there a person of God inside? Of course there is. But it's important to know their vibrational level and where they're coming from to be able to see how you can interact with them. So that could be a weakness, learning more about that. Or it could be that someone that they, has certain fears. Public speaking, that's okay, because there's other ways you can communicate. And by teaming up with someone that maybe is good in that area, that will elevate and bring you out. So find out where you shine, find out where you need to work on some things. Those are the people that you want to actually help you. So discern your abilities, and then what are areas that a group or a person that can help with that. So that's finding out and discerning, so you can find out people to coordinate with. Number 3, discover what your kryptonite is. And that's kind of 2 and 3 are very closely together, because you're going to find out where you shine. Number 3, you need to find out where your kryptonite is, and working with others to protect or to enhance those weaknesses. And that could be, like I was saying earlier, maybe someone doesn't feel comfortable with public speaking, but you're okay with it with someone else, right? Maybe it could be an energy thing. You just get really tired. You can't handle the energy of huge crowds. So you need someone else with you. It's okay. It's not a bad thing. Just know that about yourself. There are plenty of people who would be more than happy to assist you and to play this game with you. So this is what the world needs: your help. And if there's limitations that you feel that you have, there's ways to get around that and to enhance it and make it okay. And so, but you have to, to be willing to look at that to see how that can happen. So building these lifelong spiritual bonds, they really can help you. And then you develop a team in this world, and you can even help humanity even more so. And now all of a sudden your limitations really aren't limitations anymore. But remember, even Superman, he had his kryptonite. So just know what yours is so you can work around that. And that would be number 3. Number 4 is develop a virtual board of superhero directors. Now, if you have, say, for example, different people you connect with and you go, well, they're good at that, or they're similar to me, we're very good at working together in this way. Or you have people, well, maybe if you're not much of a healer, or you don't want to focus your attention on that full time, you may have people, different types of healer type people to send people to. Someone may work with acupuncture, someone with essential oils, someone with Reiki. You can send these people to, and it's really nice to have a superhero board of directors to work with. That way, if you have friends, family, or clients, you can refer them to these people, and you have basically screened them and gotten to know them and go, yeah, they can help you with this. So it's helpful to you. It builds you up if you need people, but it helps them because you're helping them with their mission, but it also helps other people that need assistance too. So this is good. I have my superhero board of directors. It's global, it's big, and I know what everybody does. And I'm have no problem referring people to my friends. I do it all the time. I'm like, I'm sending someone to you, and they're like, okay. So this is something that we should do more often, and that way we can work together on projects when it does come up, and they're a resource, and you're a resource to them, and they're a resource to you, which means they need to understand what you do, which is back to why you need to know where you shine and things you don't, maybe you just don't want to do, or at least not right now. So that's why that's important. So they can know where to put you in when you're part of their board of their supernatural superhero board of directors, and they can pull from your expertise too. So number 5, drum roll, that would be create and feel spiritually fulfilling projects to help mankind. Okay. So whether it's through existing, say for example, charities, and it can even be online, or it could be in your neighborhood, or whether it's a global online spiritual group where maybe you're doing weekly, monthly meditations. There are people that get together and they do these peace meditations. They send love to the planet and ask for healing. I mean, come on, that's positive. Massively so. So that's something you could do. I think that there's a whole group of people doing that. Lee Carroll with Cryon, Heat, which I've been on his show. I'm so excited. That's going to be coming out on his Healing Wednesday. But he does that. Very popular. I think Sam the Illusionist does that too. So see, these things, you can't have enough of these peace and love meditations to help this planet and really mean it and really be present for that. So that's something you can do. And your abilities will come through with that as well. So you can also be thinking of various other creative forms in which you can present yourself in the world. Because if you have your superhero board of directors, then you've got people that are more than happy to assist you on whatever that may be. Now, it could be that you want to do an event and you want to talk about a particular subject. It may be that you want to have a podcast, or you might want to have, a YouTube or Rumble or what have you, some type of channel. It will come through what you need to do, but you don't have to do this alone anymore. I mean, there are others that are coming out, they're having the courage to come out to say, guess what? I'm here on a mission. I have some superhero abilities, and too, and you will be surprised how receptive people will be to you and for you. So I encourage you to step out and to be your best self and let the others be their best self. And what a better way to work is in coordination together and love and unity, and bringing together power and not having this adversarial, strange, weird, who can be better. This is not competition. I mean, the world really needs help. I don't know if you noticed that. It kind of needs help now. So this would be a good time to really practice what we preach, and that is truly loving our neighbor as our family and coming together and working together. And I'm seeing it all the time. I'm seeing it with people all over the globe. I'm seeing it with me personally. They're reaching out to me. I'm reaching out to them. It's so easy, by the way. It's very fluid. So it is something that is very fulfilling, and you feel like all of a sudden that you've got a very huge planet Earth family that you're going to find people that are just like you, and it's going to shock you. You're going to feel such a part of things, and it's going to and if things haven't made sense till now, they're going to make sense because there's others out there that are just like you. And I'm a big proponent of not being a victim and being in charge and having victory working as a co-creator with God. And since God is a spark in every person that's alive, that why not work with them? Why not work with other people that are like you and then see where this amazing magical journey can go? Look, make sure you take a look and watch the other two previous beforehand, the 7 steps to become a spiritual superhero, and what are your 9 superpowers, because I have ways where you can investigate and find out what that is. Make sure you subscribe, tell your friends, and then watch us again. I have shows on Wednesday and Thursday, not always Wisdom Wednesday. Sometimes I have a guest, and then I also have a guest on Thursday. And check out the school, the Academy of Divine Wisdom. Sign up for the newsletter, and you get that free Christ-like meditation. I've got amazing events that you can be a part of, like the study of a comprehensive study of the Galactic Races series is amazing, and there's so many more that you can take a part of. Thank you so much. Much love, everybody. Please subscribe, like, and make comments, and support this channel by becoming a member. Thank you for your continued support.